I am strolling along, just minding my business, humming a song. I'm happy by myself, not a care in the world. This is a life, just me, myself, and I am watching the clouds up in the sky, all but laughing out loud. I'm telling you why I'm living the life, just me, myself.
Hasn't even been a week. I was on Christmas break, and I come back to some more bullshit. You know, when I told Onan to hit the gym, this is not what I meant. Like, at all. I did reach out to Joey, and I got a response, but we'll get to that in a second. First, let's see what the fuck is going on here. Today's suspect is Victoria, aka Vic Wingley, aka Vic Lee, aka Victra, aka Big Nasty, aka the Thunder Down Under, aka... That was it. There was nothing else. I thought I didn't have anything else. Vic is a 34-year-old transgender woman who likes shitposting, cosplaying, and engaging in LGBTQ activism through their presence on social media. They have a few community outreach programs that they're involved in, which is fantastic. She's also been a notable figure in the Melee community, that's why I'm here, dating all the way back to 2006 at the first ever Central Alberta Smash Tournament, the creation of which is credited almost entirely to Vic, which would make her a Melee TO at just 14 years old. You poor, poor thing. Vic fell even further down the pipeline by joining the Smashboards Forum, your one-stop shop for all things competitive Smash. That is until everyone found out it'd be a lot easier to groom children over Discord and Twitter. But Vic wasn't just your average community member. Oh no, because she became a moderator on the forums, consistently organized events for her local community, in 2013 launched a Smash Club at their university, and surprisingly, co-founded a non-profit called Alberta Esports Association in 2020. This is a gamer. You know, just once, I'd like a case with a Smash player that was something cool. You know, like breaking and entering, Grand Theft Auto, insurance fraud, you know, dope shit like that. Instead, I gotta go over this gooner garbage and drink a tall glass of I told you so for the 50th time. Let's get this shit over with. 2 weeks ago on December 16th, Joey Swoll, a fitness influencer primarily famous for gym etiquette call-out videos and being the self-proclaimed CEO of Gym Positivity, made a video discussing a group of photos posted by Vic, which were provocative in nature, to say the least.
This trans woman is in the women's locker room filming Korn with AP, playing with herself, grabbing her bulge, which of course I had to cover up.
The images, without getting too graphic, showed Vic's bulge and sweaty feet in the mirror of the women's locker room at their local gym. These images were posted to her public social media. And given how it was packaged, no pun intended, also looked like a blatant promo for their sexual content. Now, if we look at the caption, it's possible that the few images were just the tip of the iceberg, because when I hear a ton of naughty photos, I'm not thinking 3. I'm thinking we at least took a few practice photos in between and maybe got some in the vault. Alright, but that's just a theory. A game theory. But the fact that they were posted to her public social media and the volume of posts made doesn't really matter, because in just about every single gym that I'm aware of, you're not exactly allowed to take pictures of you playing with your dick in the women's changing room. Shocker, I know. For any of you women that planned on doing that, just know that you will get banned. So, fair warning. I saw some people defending it by saying, oh, the locker room was completely empty, the gym was completely empty. You're telling me that Vic was in a gym with absolutely no people in it? Does Vic own the fucking gym? How is that possible? A quick search of Vic's tweet history foreshadows the controversial selfies, with tweets like, gonna start posting more fitness/transition content on here, and IG. Let me know if you fuck with that. New Akatsuki lifting belt, I hit the gym untucked, I don't really give a fuck anymore. And of course we can't forget bangers like, gonna start going to the gym untucked, hot yoga with my bulge out, Straight fucking on the glute drive. I don't give a fuck. Just in case you still had reservations on whether this was a fetish or not. After blowing up the situation with his initial call out, Joey returned on the 20th with an update and statement from Good Life Gyms.
Just a quick update to this video from the other day. I followed up with this gym, Good Life Fitness in Canada. They, because of legal reasons, couldn't tell me exactly what they did with this member, but they pretty much spelled it out that when you do something like this, you get banned from all gyms.
His wording was a little more confusing, banned from all gyms. I think that just meant all Good Life gyms, because you gotta be one evil motherfucker to get banned from every gym ever. Considering the backlash, Vic quickly responded by deleting and privating most of her socials while retreating to their private account, Victorina. I'm assuming one post was an update about how they were doing after everything and all the fallout, and another post updating people on her birthday. Now, if you know Joey Swoll, normally that would be the end of it. Get the do better, mind your own business video out, calling out the gym etiquette, and then he moves on to the next story. But in this post in particular, he made the fatal mistake of referring to Vic as a he, when Vic is a trans woman who goes by she, her. Understandably, a lot of people were upset. In the first and second video, mind you. Because if you really give a shit and don't just have me on in the background, you might have noticed that Joey referred to Vic initially using she, her pronouns, which pissed off a lot of women who felt like their space was being violated, and then all the other people who agreed with that sentiment. But now on the flip side, as a consequence of Joey's decision to switch that shit up, he unknowingly launched a whole fucking debate about misgendering that made everyone lose the plot entirely, because now all anyone could focus on was how Vic was transgender. Wait, I'm only now finding out that transphobes chased Vic Wingley off this website because she committed the cardinal sin of taking a lewd selfie in a gym bathroom while she was alone? She was taking thirst traps. Shut your bitch ass up. The only crime she committed was being a trans woman. You know for a fact no other demographic would get persecuted for that. You just hate trans women. Obviously, that was all incredibly sound logic, but let me give you my take that you didn't ask for. If you want to be called a he or a she because it makes you feel comfortable, I don't have a problem with doing that. And I don't think most people do either, because it's a respect thing, right? But if you're going to abuse that respect, which then makes other people uncomfortable, then you can't really be surprised when people stop caring and want you out of those spaces. And while I definitely understand why people are upset, I also think it's not really worth it to fight over pronouns, because all it does is take away from the actual problem and just gives people like Vic an excuse to act like a victim in a situation where she was completely in the wrong. On top of that, you now have a subsection of trans people who feel like they have to defend a pervert simply because they share the same identity, which is an insanely stupid and self-defeating position to take. Moving on from the pronoun debate that will now inevitably be in my comment section, there's a separate argument that minimizes Vic's behavior by pointing out how, oh, cis women take thirst traps all the time, and they don't get in trouble. This is a double standard. Wow, did you pick the wrong guy to pull this card on? Joey Swoll calls out so many women for this exact behavior that he's literally labeled a misogynist. I can show you 3 articles right here where he's doing this exact thing. There's media coverage about it. And despite his attempts to keep it even, in 2023, it was a reported 60-40 split between women and men, he's still, on average, calling out more women. Now, that's not to say that he's targeting women. In nature, you're not often going to find a perfect 50-50 split, but to act like he's targeting trans women when, if you look into his backlog of hundreds of videos, there's probably only 2 examples, at least that I found, where he's talking about trans people at all, is just fucking ridiculous. I reached out to Joey to ask him about this. Joey responded by saying, I have done more than 500 videos, I would say, in the past 3 to 4 years, and 2 of them have been trans people in the videos. I don't look at any demographic or sex, race, sexuality, etc. when choosing a video to do. People send me stuff, and if I think it needs to be addressed, or if I feel someone needs to be defended, I do so. I have no agenda whatsoever in that regard. You know, what do you expect? He's going to say, oh yeah, I got a fucking agenda, buddy. Yeah, here's my agenda. No, he's the CEO of Gym Positivity, so he's gonna keep the positivity going. But thank you, Joey. Thank you for responding. I do appreciate that. I was not expecting that whatsoever. I was unable to contact Vic for obvious reasons. They are a Melee player, and I'm pretty sure they have me blocked too. I'm gonna be real. But even if we don't take that response into account, after the controversy with Vic, Joey's immediate follow-up was a video calling out a separate woman and another woman after that for filming OnlyFans content in the gym. So this point about a double standard is entirely moot. You can criticize him for changing up the pronouns because that is an inconsistency. One thing you can't call him is a hypocrite, because I'm seeing everyone get a slice of that Joey pie. As far as punishment for our suspect here, beyond obviously getting banned from an entire gym franchise, would it surprise you to know that Vic has received 0 punishment, statements, or bans from the Melee community? Now, I'm all for equality, you know, equal rights and equal lefts, but this is not equality. If you guys remember, the Melee community is the same community that hyperfixated on my friend, Hax, who was a pro player, and his only crime, mind you, was making videos about Leffen. They got the fucking Avengers of Melee TOs to sign a document to kick him out forever. But when a trans woman gets banned for undeniably filming fetish content in the gym, they just go radio silent. Fucking nobody's there. Knock, knock, hello? Nobody's there. Oh, but Technicals, Vic isn't even active anymore. They played in 2006 all the way to maybe 2020, but they're not active. Why would they issue a ban? They don't need to. Vic is still signed up for one of the biggest Melee events of the year. Multiple Melee events. I think they're doing doubles, singles, fucking... What else are they doing? I don't know. I'll put it up on screen. They're doing the whole fucking shebang, okay? That is the same event that I watched Hax beg to be a part of before he died feeling abandoned by his friends and community.
It had been a long time since I'd seen anybody. I just wanted to let people know how much I miss being able to attend events like Big House and Genesis.
So can somebody please tell me how that's equality? Not even a statement? That's fucking ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Am I right? I'm not being unreasonable here. That's kind of fucking ridiculous. You might as well just put up a big-ass sign that says, perverts welcome. You want to jerk your dick in the girl's bathroom? Does Falco laser camp in neutral? Knock yourself out, buddy. You want to show your bulge off on the big stage? I thought you'd never ask, Salt. Do whatever you want all the time. Because at the end of the day, who cares about making women and children feel comfortable as long as everyone in the room can see the outline of your dick and balls? Am I right? I've been Technicals. Fuck you. Case closed. Hey, Meta, record. Another V? Already. Well, I'll be. Thank you guys for watching. I love and appreciate all of you. There was no ad today. I'm trying to do some weeklies. Keep me to that. All right? I'm trying to do weekly uploads. If I don't upload a week from now, I want you hitting up my fucking email. I need you hitting up my tip line being like, hey, Tech. Hey, Mr. Detective. Where the fuck's my video, bitch? But if you send me that email before it's been a week because you think you're fucking funny, I'm gonna block you. That's not cute, okay? You're not funny. I use that shit for work. All right? So it better be a week till I see one. Thank you, patrons. Love you guys. You guys keep the lights on. And I will see you all in the next one. We got a backlog of shit. Apparently, everyone wanted to do some fuck shit over Christmas break. So your boys got work to do. All right. I'm out of here. Yeah, I got meta glasses now. I'm fucking rocking. Look at them shits, boy. Did you know that John Cena, Aquafina, Keegan-Michael Key, and what is it, Kirsten Bell sold their likeness to Meta? I got John Cena in my fucking ear right now. It's awesome. Okay. All right, I'm done.